All right, and we're back. It's time for another exciting episode of Power Struggle. It's the 31st of July, the last day of the month, and I'm here with my special co-commentator who was always here. He is back. It's the magnificent Ed.
It's the one and only Ed.
It's Ed.
God damn it, Sonny. Like, you keep on getting losers on here while I'm the real commentator.
um, I only had Rainbow Wolf here last week. So you're calling
Yeah.
Rainbow Wolf a loser?
No,
Is
of
this
course
this
not.
what it?
No,
Oh, all right.
no.
Okay, good.
No, of
Well, we're
course
going to
not.
start off. We're going to get to that, but we're going to start off with a King of the Ring match. First round, Kalki versus Matrix. Big matchup here on Power Struggle tonight. Let's go to the entrances.
I got a pocket full of sunshine. I got a love and I know that it's all mine. Oh, whoa. Do what you want, but you're never gonna break me. Sticks and stones are never gonna shake me. Oh, whoa. I got a pocket full of sunshine. I got a love and I know that it's all mine. Oh, whoa. Wish that you could, but you ain't gonna own me. Do anything you want, you can't slow me down. Oh no. Take me away. A secret place. A sweet escape. Take me away. Take me away. To better days. Take me away. Where a hiding place. I got a pocket full of sunshine. I got a love and I know that it's all mine. Oh, whoa. Do what you want, but you never.
Emanation and a million faces formed together, made for elevation. I'm a soldier, won't surrender. Faith is like a fire that never burns to embers. The voice of the unheard. Love is the answer.
I gotta speak it, believe it, that's how I feel inside.
I can't sit here quiet.
You can take my heart, you can take my breath when you pry it from my cold dead chest.
This is how we rise. Oh, heavy as a hurricane, louder than a freight.
All right, first matchup of the evening. It's Galki versus Matrix. Of course, Galki now in from the sweet, beautiful Sunshines. And we have Matrix, of course, who was defeated by Mike Hansen at Chase the Case 2. So both of these superstars have something to blame. Both lost their matches at the pay-per-view and both want to make a big impression here in the King of the Ring tournament. As we see a cheeky Nando's kick by Matrix in the early going of this matchup. Ed, of course, you know both of these competitors very well. You probably surveyed both when they were still, when of course Matrix was still tag team champions with Diego. So both of these competitors wide up your alley.
Well, yeah and no. Yeah, it's so indecisive.
Great answer, Ed.
It's
I love
so
it.
indecisive. You know why it's so indecisive? Because Matrix once was, he was the little helper of Dirgos. He was the little helper of Dirgos, and Dirgos made the team fantastic. Dirgos made the team great.
Well, that's an
And
opinion.
Galki has turned away from everything that was good about him. He's now some weird sunshine-loving freak.
Whoa, 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 whoa! Don't call him a sunshine-loving freak. That would make
You
us
can
all
see it on the
sunshine-loving
back.
freaks.
On his back, you can see a
Yeah.
sunshine.
Well, who doesn't love the sun? It's warm. It keeps you healthy. It gives you vitamin D. What else
It's
do you want?
awful. It's been way too hot these last couple of days. I'm done with it.
Well, that's just the season. It's the season of hotness.
That means it's not your season.
It's always my season. I'm in season every day of the year. As we see Matrix here with a beautiful arm bar, now double knees right to the back. Very vicious side of Matrix here. Of course, the King of the Ring tournament winner will go on to face the then United States champion at Midsummer Mayhem in exactly 1 month from now. So that's pretty exciting.
Yeah, that is really exciting. It is something to look forward to. It's a big event, and well, just imagine what we're gonna see there. Just look at last year. Look at last year, Sonny.
Well, we had some incredible matches last year. We crowned our first world heavyweight champion, who was in the Brotherhood, and possibly this year going in, the world champion might be from the Brotherhood as well. So that's a pretty neat statistic. And of course, we had one of the best matches that UCW has ever seen with Alex Mercury versus Dylan Mason in that 3 stages of hell match. That was incredible. We had a 6-man ladder match for the first ever UCW United States champion. So there was a lot of history made on that pay-per-view. And of
A
course, we're
lot
going to
of
try to
first
trump it
evers.
this year.
Yeah, and we will probably do that. I mean, we are innovating every single day, every single time when you see us, we are innovating. That's why we are the best damn fed
Well,
around
Matrix
here.
going for the cover, a 1 and a kick out by Galki just before the 2. Yeah, I mean, we're gonna try to do our best. Of course, Hardcore Revolution comes first, August 10th. Of course, that will be main evented by John Dreamfield versus Dylan Mason. So John and Dylan is this only obstacle in the way of going into Midsummer Mayhem with the Brotherhood as world champions. That, of course, is going to rub some people the wrong way. I can already hear Justin typing in the comments how he hates the Brotherhood, but it is what it is.
Well, can you already like you were talking about statistics? What about this test? God damn it, man. It's awful
Such a hard
being
word.
statistic.
What?
It happens, you know. But
Statistic?
like
Tartatan.
last year at Hardcore Revolution,
Yes.
Dylan Mason became UCW champion.
Yeah.
This year
Well,
at
oh,
Hardcore
victory roll here by Galki. 1-2. And oh, just in the
That
nick
was
of time.
close.
Just in the nick of time, and immediately a heel kick. Go on. Continue, Ed. Continue.
This year, he again is in the championship match for the World Heavyweight Championship this time. Is history going to repeat himself as Galti is going for the pin and another 2 count?
Well, it could be. It could be that Dylan Mason becomes hardcore champion, world champion at Hardcore Revolution yet again. Of course, history is trumped to repeat itself. That's happened many times in over the span of human life. But I think John Dreamfield will be a big challenge for Dylan Mason. He has never faced somebody like John Dreamfield. Such a positive character, such a guy who worked
Yeah,
hard. As we see sunset flip into the pin and a kick out at 2 yet again. But of course, I think people might underestimate John Dreamfield's ability to endure
you're forgetting
pain.
something.
What am I forgetting?
They faced each other in the Diamond Cup and Mason won.
I do know that.
But
But you
you
know
do
as
know
much
that,
as
but
I
you
do.
totally forgot it.
No, I didn't. Because what I was aiming at is a 100% John Dreamfield. And of course, that's very different from facing a maybe 60, maybe even 55, 50% John Dreamfield. And of course, it's very different for Dylan Mason as well. Dylan Mason lost against Jiraiya. That happened on his first day.
Yeah,
And then he had a day off.
yeah.
And then he faced John Dreamfield, who didn't have a day off. So, you know, the situations were very differently back then. Were very different. But this is a 100% versus
What are you
100% match.
talking about? He faced John Treefield on the last day.
Damn, I am screwing myself.
Yes, you are.
I'm
So
way
they
too. I'm way,
both were at 100%. They both were at the same.
yeah, but the point I'm trying to make is that it's a very different contest. Then it
Of
becomes a
course it
contest
is.
of survival, and that's something Dylan Mason thrives on. Dylan Mason thrives on survival. It's what he did in the insane asylum. That's where he survived and became who he is today. So something, I think an environment like the Diamond Cup unintentionally drove Dylan Mason to be even better than he was before.
Yeah, or Dirty Dutch made him do that. That's also a possibility.
It could be a combination, but you know, as we see Matrix and Galki fighting on the outside, they need to be careful here to not risk the count out or double DQ. That would give somebody a bye in the second round of the tournament. That's of course not something we want to see, or at least I don't want to see that. As we see a boot to the face, and now Galki going for the cross armbreaker, trying to make Matrix step out here in the middle of the ring. Is it going to happen? Not yet, as he scoops him over. Very nicely done here by Matrix. So I think you need to look at it very differently. I think Dylan Mason is a very different competitor than when he entered the Diamond Cup. I think John Dreamfield has much more confidence in his abilities as a champion now that he has held the belt for over 3 months.
He's sounding a little bit too overconfident to me. He's sounding a little bit like a dick.
He's sounding a little bit like a dick.
He is. I mean, he is saying that people don't deserve it. They don't deserve a shot at this championship. And, you know, all these kind of stuff, it seems like he's getting a little bit overconfident. And that's what happens when you're a champion. Galki goes for the pin after that big kick.
And it's going to be enough. Galki Shine picks up the victory here in the first round of the King of the Ring tournament. Of course, the first round will be concluded today here on Power Struggle. And we will know what the round 2 matches are, the quarter finals. As we take a look at some of the incredible action that was taking place here during this match. Of course, I wanna perceive that Galki and Matrix are very good friends. They have very high respect for one another. So it was a very peaceful bout. It's something you don't quite often see as much as I would love in professional wrestling. So great.
Yeah, maybe. I'm not a fan of that, you know. Just.
You're not a fan of that.
stuff.
Your team is called the Glorious Desperado Connection. Can
Yeah,
possibly
and
be
we
more positive / alcohol inducing than that.
I'm a different person on commentary. Have you never noticed that?
Yeah, but you're not Yami Yuki. You're not changing. You're not throwing out your
I am.
catchphrase and becoming bigger.
Don't you see my necklace? Don't you see my necklace? It is activated.
Get your necklace out of my face.
Get
your necklace out of my face.
Sonny, look
Get your
at it.
necklace out of my
It's
face. I will get you a
activated.
restraining order.
It's activated when I'm on commentary.
Listen. No, just get it out because
Don't you see those?
I will
those
ban you
creepy
from
red eyes
I will
just
ban
glowing?
you from
Don't you see those
I will
red
ban
eyes
you from
glowing
commentating
in front of you?
Hardcore Revolution
They're
if you don't stop.
glowing. They're glowing, Sonny. They're glowing.
Sonny. You sound like a hippie who's high. Well, we're going on to our second match of the evening, which will be Aiden Zinda taking on Loki from Chaos Calling. So a member from the Brotherhood versus a member of Chaos Calling. Right here, right now.
Just surviving, keep climbing the
Another night, I'm barely holding on. One step away from being dead and gone. Am I alive to die another day? Is this life that I've been living all that's meant for me? Every day I'm just surviving, keep climbing the mountain. Even when I feel like dying, keep climbing the mountain. Every time I think I'm over it, I We walk alone in the unknown. We live to win another victory. Our sacred scars show who we are. It's time to face it. We will stand together. Number one, the chosen ones. We are one, we will fight forever. We are one and we won't die young. We walk alone in the unknown. We live to win another victory. We are the young, dying sons. We live to change the face of history. Don't be afraid, it's the price we pay. The only easy day was yesterday. So hear our voice, we have a choice. It's time to face it. We are one, we are one, we are one. We will stand together. Number one, the chosen ones. We are one, we are one. We will fight forever. We are one and we won't die young. Behold the King of Kings. On your knees, dog. All hail. Bow down to the King. Bow down to the King. In red as he walked from the place where the traitor lost both his name and his face. Through the halls and the corridors, stinking in blood, he tasted his grin, and it tasted good. The king took his head, left him broken.
And we are back. We had some technical difficulties during the last match with our commentary headsets. Our connection to the show was a bit weak, so I'm sorry to Aiden Zinda and Loki, but it was a great victory for Aiden Zinda.
No, you were just looking at my necklace because I
No,
put it
I
in
was
your
not
face.
entranced with your necklace.
Yes, you were.
Why do men
You told me
always
all
want
kinds
to
of-
always
you
want to
told me all
bounce me with
kinds
their
of
jewelry?
secrets about. You told me all kinds of secrets
Ed?
about Moon and
I didn't tell you any secrets about.
Flora.
There are no secrets about Moon and Flora.
Something about Moon used to being a man, but you
What?
know,
Oh, come on. Now you're just fishing here. Now you're just going on the bandwagon of everybody
hey,
hating on
you
Moon
said it to
because
me.
they can't handle that Sunny has such a beautiful wife. And I get that. Every
You
time I
told me
work
that
somewhere
yourself.
and I put on a picture of my wife, they say, "How come she's not a supermodel?" And I say, "Because she wants
But
to be
why,
my
why,
wife."
why,
And that's just
why
how it is. And
don't
just
we
accept
have?
that.
Why don't we have a 10 clock bell, whatever the hell you call it, bell,
Ring
10
bell
bell
salute.
sound
Is that what you call?
for Dave Williams his championship? Because this is just sad. The man is so
Because he
great. He's
lost it
so
fair and
fantastic.
square. And we don't do that
No,
for
he
anybody.
didn't lose it
Yes, he
fair and
did lose it
square.
fair and
It's
square.
Sander. It's never fair.
Do you mean that the Sander wrestles with a handicap? Because that makes it even more weak of Dave Williams' side if you're trying to say that.
No, it means that Sander always just does dirty stuff, you know.
What
He
kind of
pays
dirty
the
stuff? Oh,
referee.
beautiful stretch muffler here by Douglas, just wrenching on the leg of Dave Williams. Sorry, I just had to comment on that beautiful stretch muffler, Ed. You don't have to silence me out. Come on. Alright, now Ed is just playing with his necklace and just ignoring me for the rest of the evening. So that's also great. Well, I'm just going to commentate on this match then, as Douglas has thrown Dave Williams out on the floor and now kicks him to the chest. And I always wonder with Dave Williams, isn't it hard to wrestle in a suit? It certainly seems harder than necessary, as we see a big clothesline from Douglas taking him out, and the big Douglas, the former bodyguard, former enforcer of DDS, just standing tall above Dave Williams. Of course, I say former because DDS is all equal this time. There's no leader. They are a group of individuals who are on the same page, and they want one thing, and that is to make everything kaput here in UCW. As we see Dave Williams just breaking the 10 count. Is he going to go outside, or is he willing to take a count out victory? It doesn't seem like he wants to go for a count out victory here. As now Giel is trying, Giel AK-47 is distracting Dave Williams, but is it going to work? Yes, it is going to work, as Douglas with a big fall away slam opens up the playing field, make sure it's even, and now the DDS is in control, as a forearm does nothing to Dave Williams, who is running high on fires that he and the Alliance created. Of course, the Alliance consisting of himself, Barnes Reed, and the TV champion Mike Hansen. As we see, what is Dave Williams going for? A double leg Boston Crab submission hold here in the middle of the ring. And we see Douglas, very long upper body, but a very incredible leg strength, being able to kick out or force the submission off by Dave Williams, who goes for a forearm. It just scratches Douglas, but he says, no, we're not going to do that. As he goes for a knee bar by Douglas. So a double leg Boston Crab, and now a knee bar by DDS. As a kick to the face makes Douglas submit the submission. And now Douglas going for maybe some kind of a running power slam or a lawn dart. No, just falls down face first into the canvas goes Dave Williams. And now Douglas with the pinfall on Dave Williams. Will this be enough? No, a kick out at 2. And now Dave Williams with an Irish whip into the corners. Douglas sidesteps. Now going for the kick to the midsection. Maybe going for those Golden Beast power bombs that we know and love so much. The sit out version. Very nicely sit out power bomb by Douglas. And he pulls Dave into the middle of the ring, going for the pinfall, the 2, and oh, the kick out just in the nick of time. You see Douglas asking the referee, it should be free, it should have been him, he should have been the winner. But Douglas, very smart here, immediately going on for a headlock, not letting Dave Williams get the better of him or get some rest to maybe force a counter attack. And now a hip toss takeover by Dave Williams. And he is going for the pin, but you see AK-47 Giel is on the apron, and that is why the official didn't see the pinfall. That could have been a free. You never know here in UCW. Crazier things have happened. And if Ed was here right now, he would have said, well, the crazy thing is that that Sander is now United States champion. Yeah, that is what Ed would have said. Yeah, as we see Dave Williams with a buckle bomb to Douglas. And again, AK-47 is on the apron. And you see, that would have been free. That would have been it for Dave Williams. He would have won this match if AK-47 had been for it. And he is being thrown out. The referee is throwing out AK-47. And it seems like Dave Williams knows that it is going for him. A Death Valley driver. The Death Valley driver by Dave Williams after the DDS has been thrown out. And Dave Williams picks up the second win over DDS, and this one, a clean victory over Douglas. Very nicely done.
On your knees, dog. All hail. Bow down to the king. Bow down to the king. Ring red as he walked from the place where the traitor lost both his name and his face. Through the halls and the corridors, stinking in blood, he tasted his grin, and it tasted good. The king took his head, left him broken and dead. Bow down to the king. Bow down to the king. Bow down to the king. Left none living, unable to tell. The king took their heads and he sent them to hell. Their screams echo loud in the place of their death. Ripped open they die with their final breath. They hail the king.
All right, and Ed is back. The technical difficulties are over, and we are
No,
in for
no,
our
no,
second
no.
King of the Ring
Don't
first round
talk.
match: Brian Bradley
Don't
versus Bill Nemeth.
talk.
Yeah, I'm gonna talk. I'm the
No,
commentator. This is
no.
what I do.
Don't talk about technical difficulties. You muted me. You were
Oh, I
laughing
muted you.
because you couldn't stand me talking about the necklace. You couldn't stand it because it was all true. It was all true. Sonny muted me. He damn well did. You just didn't want me talking about Dave Williams being the great guy that he is.
No, because I want a program filled with honesty and the truth. The truth of the matter is that although Dave is trying to fight the fair fight now, he wasn't trying to do that when he was the United States champion. He's talking about how he was the greatest United States champion that ever lived in UCW, how his record will never be broken, how he made the title more relevant than it ever has been, or will ever be. But the fact of the matter is, that's not true. Because the fact of the matter is, he needed help. He had a strong start to his reign, even though he had to stab Sander in the back for it. And he had
He
an
didn't
incredible
stab
performance
Sander in
at
the back. We talked
Ultimate
about that
Breakdown.
before.
We had an incredible showing at Ultimate Breakdown with 2 matches, retaining his title and almost grabbing the European title of Alex Mercury. That's incredible.
Yes.
But the fact of the matter is that he still needed to defeat Sander with the help of Mike Hansen.
He
And the
didn't
second
need
Sander got him
anything.
one-on-one, he beat him.
No, that's because Sander went back to his old ways, to his big money Sander ways. He got back to Sander & Co. because that company still lives today, and he paid off the referee for a fast count.
Well, I speak to all my
Sander,
senior referees,
Sander
and
is
they
a
all know
criminal mastermind.
to not accept bribes. I mean,
Yeah,
I should
but they
probably
don't
pay
get
them
paid
higher if I
here.
don't want them to eventually
Exactly,
accept one.
exactly.
But that's a
Oh,
different discussion and a different topic for a different time, not this one. Because we also need to focus on this match. It's Bill Nemeth versus Brian Bradley for a spot in the second round of the King of the Ring tournament, as Bill hits Brian Bradley with a big knee. And of course, these two guys have a lot of history as we see Brian Bradley lock in the single leg Boston Crab submission.
I'm starting to think that Bill is right, and it
He's
hurts to
ripe?
say that. Right.
Oh, he's right.
That Rainbow
Right.
Wolf betrayed me.
Whoa. You're trying to listen to
I,
Bill
I, I,
Nemeth.
I heard you. I heard you
You
talk
heard
about
me.
me last week.
Yeah,
And
I was on
you were
commentary. You
kind
could
of
hear
saying that it
everything.
was my fault. You're saying that everything was my fault, that I am the one betraying Rainbow Wolf, but I was the one waiting for him on a damn ladder. I was waiting for him to climb up there. I helped him up so many damn times. And he didn't help me up once. And he got it for himself.
Well, he helped you up afterwards. I mean, maybe that's good for something.
Stole my spotlight, Sonny.
Uh-huh. You know, I could have said, I told you so. And I'm gonna say it. I told you so. I told you it wouldn't work. You wouldn't listen. You were a head ass. You had your head up your ass. And you failed. You know, that's just the way it is. Just like Brian Bradley just failed to Bill Nemeth. You know, it is what it is.
He says it's our case.
Yeah.
It's our case.
And there's something
But why
seriously wrong
does
with
it
you
say-
if you don't believe Rainbow Wolf. We're talking about the most honest and positive guy in the whole company.
I
As we
think
see a
it's all
brainbuster
lie.
hit by Bill Nemeth. I think and now it's all a lie.
It's all a
Now it's all a lie.
It's all a
Oh
facade.
yeah, of
Yeah.
course. Now it's all a
He's not
facade.
glorious.
Yeah.
He's not glorious. He is a red demon.
A red demon. We already have Baphomet.
No, it's just there's something wrong with him. Even on the case, it says rainbow in the case. It doesn't say CDC in the case.
Yeah, because who's going to cash it in?
Well, he keeps saying that
Oh,
it's
the
ours.
darkness! The darkness knee! The knee strike from Bill Nemeth taking out Brian Bradley. Will it be enough to secure him a place in the quarterfinals? No, it won't. It won't. What a big knee strike for Brian Bradley to kick out. And you know, Ed, you can be here, you can come on here, commentary, you can moan and bitch about it. But the fact of the matter is that Sonny was right. And Sonny told you what was going to happen.
You
But
know what?
you
You
dug your
probably
head in the sand like the most ugly ostrich I've ever seen. As we see Bill going for the darkness demise. The darkness demise. The roundhouse kick. Will it be enough to secure him a place? And this time it will. Bill Nemeth takes out Brian Brad.
You know what? You probably talked a little bit about that. You probably talked probably a little bit about Kenny. I definitely think
Yeah, of course. It's an Easter conspiracy theory. I will set the back rainbow and add have a couple of fabric sets. Of course, you all know by Chris without armor that makes me a valid psychologist. I really want one of my top tag teams to get well and act like a real tag team that the Rainbow case could be proud of. So that's what we're gonna do.
That don't kill me, can only make me stronger. I need you to hurry up now, cause I can't wait much longer. I know I got to be right now, cause I can't get much stronger. Man, I've been waiting all night now, that's how long I've been on ya. Let's get lost tonight. You could be my black Kate Moss tonight. Play secretary, I'm the boss tonight. And you don't give a fuck what they all say, right? Awesome, the Christian and Christian.
All right, we're back with our women's division match. Ed is unmuted again, 100% free to speak his idiotic thoughts. And we have a classic here. We have Diana Grace, of course, the still newly won crowned UCW Women's Champion against Samantha Lee.
every time I say the truth, you just mute me. You know what? I'm not even going to talk about it anymore. I'm going to talk about the beautiful Diana Grace
You want to talk
instead.
about the beautiful Diana Grace? Talk about the beautiful Diana Grace. How she took that title from Cassidy Jane, who took it from Bella Farfalla.
Okay, it was a shame that Bella lost the championship. I mean, everybody knows I
Okay, so
love
you're
Bella.
saying Bella should be ashamed of it.
No?
That's what you
Why are
just
you
said. You just said it's
No,
a shame because Bella
it's a
lost.
shame that
So
she
Bella should
isn't
be ashamed.
champion anymore.
So you're
No,
saying you
that is
actually
not
hate Bella now?
true.
Are you gonna hate on
No, I
everybody?
love Bella. I'm not in love with no,
You're in love with Bella. What does Janie think of
no.
this?
I
You know
didn't
I had
say
her
that.
on my
Stop,
podcast a couple of days
stop,
ago. 3 days ago to be
stop.
exactly. On Sunday the 28th of August. What is your problem, Ed? Come on.
But I also love Diana. She's talking about that I'm right in this whole situation with Rainbow Wolf. She's talking that Rainbow Wolf betrayed me as well. She's standing behind me.
Well,
Just saying.
that's great for you, but you have a pregnant wife with a baby boy on the way.
Yes, I know.
You know, dude, is there a reason why Rainbow Wolf thinks that she's already given birth?
No, that's just his idiotic mind taking over.
But I think it's because a wolf pregnancy is much faster. I think
Do you really?
I think.
Are you actually
Yeah.
saying that he's an actual wolf?
Well, Jungle Book might have been a true story. You might be looking at Mowgli Wolf, Mowgli Rainbow
Stop.
Wolf. You never know.
Stop.
You never know.
Please stop with this idiotic. I'm just getting tired of being on commentary with you, Sonny. It's just tiring. Just it is that I need to do it for the fans. They love me too much. They cry when I'm not on commentary, like last week. They cried because Rainbow Wolf was on there, and it's understandable because they just want the one and only at Ultimo, like they always wanted. Just like everybody wants me. I'm just.
Oh yeah, everybody wants you now. Great, another one who's delusional. As you see, Diana Grace going for a double underhook handspring kick. What a beautiful, beautiful move here
Just
by
like
our
her.
women's champion. And will it be enough to secure her the victory? It will be. Samantha Lee out and done. Back to back the line for Diana Grace's Rudenberg Kingdom with 100% finish.
Fantastic job, babe. Fantastic job.
Babe? You have a pregnant wife. No, don't throw your necklace my way. No. Do you see that ring? Do you see that ring? Do you see that ring on your finger? That's more important than the freaking necklace or the woman in the ring.
What ring are you talking about? I lost it like a week ago.
You lost the ring?
I mean, we went to Vegas again, Jamie and myself, and I lost the ring somewhere there. Yana was also there. Yeah, I don't know what the ring is. It could be in any dark place. But it doesn't change the fact that this women's champion Diana Grace already so successful. Yes. Best champion.
Well, that's something that, of course, that is a matter of opinion. As we're going to go to our final King of the Ring match. After this, we will know all the participants in the quarter-finals of the King of the Ring tournament. It will be the notorious AKO from the following versus Jerome Holland from the Brotherhood.
As I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I take a look at my life and realize there's nothing left. Cause I've been blasting and laughing so long that Even my mama thinks that my mind is gone. But I ain't never crossed a man that didn't deserve it. Me be treated like a punk, you know that's unheard of. You better watch how you're talking and where you're walking, or you and your homies might be lying in chalk. I really hate the trip, but I gotta low. As they croak, I see myself in the pistol smoke. Fool, I'm the kind of G the little homies wanna be like, on my knees in the night, saying prayers in the street light. Been spending most of their lives living in a gangster's paradise. We've been spending most of their lives living in a
Welcome to the end of eras. Ice has melted back to life. Done my time and served my sentence. Dress me up and watch me die. If it feels good, tastes good, it must be mine. Dynasty decapitated. You just might see a ghost tonight. And if you don't know now, you know. I'm taking back the crown. I'm all dressed up and naked. I see what's mine and take it. Oh, yeah, the crown. So close I can taste it. I see what's mine and take it. Oh, yeah. Sycophants on velvet sofas, lavish mansions, vintage wine. I am so much more than royal. Snatch your chain and meet your eyes. If it feels good, tastes good, it must be mine. Heroes always get remembered, but you know legends never die. And if you don't know now, you know. I'm taking back the crown. I'm all dressed up and naked. I see what's mine and take it. Oh, yeah, the crown. So close I can taste it. I see what's mine and take it. Oh, yeah. Mortal kings are ruling.
Alright, last match of the first round of the King of the Ring tournament, and immediately AKO with a vicious neckbreaker here on Jerome Holland. Of course, we heard Aiden Zinda. He has issued an open challenge, guys. An open challenge has been issued by Aiden Zinda for next week after making quick work of Loki from Chaos Calling. So next week we will have an open challenge, Aiden Zinda versus an undisclosed opponent, as we see a hip toss by AKO here on
What if
Jerome
I
Holland.
answer the challenge? What if I answer?
I don't know. What if you did? But you, of course, you would probably win because you're so great.
Exactly. Thank you, Sonny. You finally realize everything I've been saying tonight and every other time that we did commentary.
Yeah, no, I didn't.
It's about time. It's about time.
But I
Thank
think
you, Sonny.
it's pretty cute to see how quickly you can enable somebody with just commentary.
Just focus on the match, Sonny.
Oh, now I need to focus on the match because I hurt your feelings.
It takes a lot more to hurt my feelings.
You know, there's a song called "It Takes Two."
I'm usually drunk anyway. I mean,
You know that song,
I
Ed?
didn't say anything.
You know that
No,
song?
I don't.
It Takes
No,
Two.
I don't.
It
No.
applies to a lot of situations in tag team wrestling. You know what it doesn't apply to?
What?
An 8-man ladder match for a Chase the Case briefcase. Because that takes one person. And that person was Rainbow Wolf.
We had a deal. How many goddamn times?
Hey, hey,
did
hey,
I
hey,
need
hey,
to
hey,
say
hey,
this?
hey, 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 hey. This is a PG show. I will cut your mic. Calm down.
I'm calm. I'm calm. I'm calm.
You want to do some breathing exercises? Maybe you need to take Shanti as Jerome Holland goes for the cover. Kick out by Ako at 1. The notorious AKO, of course, from the following. Of course, probably these two teams will do battle in the summer special Battle of the Duos Tag Team World Cup. Of course, that is going to start after Hardcore Revolution, so that's only about 2 weeks away. Ed, are you and Rainbow Wolf, now you're pretty much on the fence with one another? I mean, I heard Rainbow sleeping on the couch. Are you considering entering that World Cup tournament?
We haven't talked to each other in a while.
You haven't talked to each other in a while. Well, that's all gonna change next week on Power Struggle when I give you a free therapy session.
Great. The fake
I know, it's going to be
therapist
awesome.
gives us a therapy session.
Yeah, I know, it's going to be great.
No,
Yes, it is.
really
But
isn't.
but considering, do you think that the Brotherhood and and of course the following will both probably? I'm just gonna guess here. They are both incredible tag teams. Of course, the Brotherhood has been around for a very long time. The following still kind of new in the tag team and singles division scene. So this is a great match to test one another out.
Well, the following has been taking a lot of hype. It's just started, as you said, but it is successful. It's not something you should sleep on. In the Brotherhood, I still think they're dysfunctional. Just needs to one thing just needs to happen within the group, and they attack each other again. That's how fragile the Brotherhood is. They call themselves the Brotherhood, but they're not really a Brotherhood because they're so fragile. It could just break like glass falling in an instant. All that is needed is a tiny little push.
Yeah. Take that one in.
I know they hate us saying it, but can you deny it?
Well, you can deny everything if you want to.
Yeah, but we've seen it time and time again.
That's true.
And I think it's going to continue on. I think these guys all have too big of egos to work together. The only one that's maybe is okay is Jake Van Dyke.
Yeah, but I mean, the Brotherhood have had their issues over the last couple of months. They have fought for the World Championship, all of them, in a Fatal 5-Way elimination at Joyride for Madness. I mean, there has been a lot of controversy about who was the legitimate tag team, about the side that Jerome Holland was on, and for a while, even some people were thinking, what side is Aiden Zinda on exactly? So yeah, as we see a swanton bomb by Jerome Holland, will it be enough to secure him the victory in this round? No, it won't, because AKO kicks out. So yeah, a lot have happened over the last couple of months with the Brotherhood, but they have been around longer than the Dutch Death Squad at this point.
But they aren't the same. Yeah, how to say it? Well, Brotherhood. Like, yeah, DDS had its problems, don't get me wrong. They betrayed Dylan Mason. They betrayed even their leader or former leader in Alex Mercury, but there's always been the core group, and they always stay together.
Yeah, well, but the core group, as we see Jerome Holland going for another pin here, AKO kicks out yet again, but the core group of the Brotherhood has always been Aiden Zinda and Jerome Holland, and they are the most experienced tag team that is on the roster right now. As we see Jerome Holland with him on his shoulders, the TKO, of course, a move very known here in the amongst the Brotherhood. Will it be enough? Yes, it will be. Jerome Holland does it yet again and advances to the second round, the quarterfinals, and this was the first ever loss of the notorious AKO.
Welcome to the end of eras. Ashes melted back to life. Done my time and served my sentence. Dress me up and watch me die.
Still a strong showing nonetheless. Notorious AKO still has a big future ahead of him. Not decapitated.
You just might see a ghost tonight.
Win. And does that mean the Brotherhood
Now you know.
is following the
Waited so far until he met a match that was
Sick
just
of
to
phantom puppet
right now
sofas,
in
lavish
Toronto.
mansions,
But
vintage
he will
wine.
be
I am
UCW
so much more
and
than
join
royal.
this
Snatch your chain and meet your eyes. If it feels good,
Yeah,
tastes
they
good,
have
it must
been
be
a
mine.
success, a weird team up,
Heroes
but
always get remembered, but
it
you
works
know
for some
legends
reason.
never
So we shall
die.
see what's gonna happen
And if you don't know now,
at
you
that tag team
know.
tournament. It's gonna be
I'm taking
spectacular,
back
that's
the
for sure.
crown.
To
I'm
see
all
what
dressed
happens.
up and naked. I see what's mine.
Yeah, I have to agree. I am very excited to see what is going to happen, but I am also very excited to see this matchup right here. It will be Jiraiya versus Johnny Crow. Let's go to the entrances right now.
Long ago, just like a hearse, you died to get in again. We are so far from you. Burning on, just like a match, you try to incinerate the lives of everyone you know. And what's the worst to take from every heart you break? And like the blade you sting.
Right into this world, all alone. You gotta take your soul, you're on your own. A crow flies straight, a perfect line. On the devil's bed until you die. This life is short, baby, that's a fact. Better live it right. You ain't covered.
All right, let's go. This singles match is on the way as it can get, as Johnny Crow immediately takes advantage against Jiraiya. Of course, these two have also met in the Diamond Cup. Both were incredible competitors in that. Johnny Crow did something nobody ever thought was possible, and Jiraiya, of course, having upset after upset in that tournament. So,
I'm gonna. It seems to be like a habit
I'm
today,
gonna.
but
Come on, a bit more
Johnny Crow
enthusiastic, Ed.
wasn't in the same block as Jiraiya. They were in different blocks.
Yeah, I
They
said
didn't
they were
face each
both
other in
in
the
the
Diamond
Diamond
Cup.
Cup.
No, you said they faced
Oh,
each
come on.
other
Now
in the
you're
Diamond Cup.
just trying to make a fool of yourself here, Ed. Come on.
No, a fool out of you, and I've been doing that really
No,
damn
that's
well today.
impossible because Sunny always shines bright. It's just what I do.
Oh, yeah, sure.
So while Ed here tries to undermine my 100% authority here in UCW, you know why you never heard of my co-general manager? Because I don't need a co-general manager. I
No,
know that
because you
they
have
both
your
were in the
man
Diamond Cup.
wife.
Yeah,
Because
sure.
you have your man wife behind you.
Listen, don't call her a man wife.
That's
Or I will
what
personally
what
call
it
Janie for
is.
you. And I will tell her all that you've been saying while the cameras weren't rolling.
She knows everything.
She knows everything. She's okay with that. As you see a big cutter by Johnny Crow here on Jiraiya. Of course, Jiraiya and Johnny Crow both don't have anything on the table right now. I mean, Jiraiya lost the hardcore championship to Marcus Phoenix, who has since disappeared into Hollywood yet again. And Johnny Crow really hasn't told us anything about his future plans, as we see a driving DDT by Jiraiya.
Because this crow only cares about one thing, eating popcorn. That's his life. Eating
Well,
popcorn.
where's the popcorn?
I forgot it today.
So you're now forgetting popcorn for probably one of your biggest fans.
Yeah, it won't happen again, Johnny. I'm sorry.
It's really going downhill now.
It happens, Sonny. You know. You have your days. But what is it that I supposedly said not being on camera?
Well, you know what I mean. All those comments about the other women that are way too vulgar to place in a PG environment. As
I
we see,
didn't
Johnny
say
Crow has
anything.
Jiraiya in a submission, but Jiraiya able to fight out. But he was in there for a long time. The long hair trips me up every time. Come on,
I at least have proof about the things that I say, but you don't.
why? Because you heard it and you muffled it into something else? Great. Great, really believable. I mean,
Stop lying,
everybody
Sonny.
knows that what Rainbow did was the right thing. He knew that he could win the match, and he did.
No,
And people are
no,
looking at you as being a
no,
jealous prick for not
no.
for not
They are looking. People like Diana, people like Bill. That's not really. Well,
You're
whatever.
now making a list of the
People
most
are.
untrustworthy people in UCW. How
They
do
are
you ever
taking my
think of
side.
making a case for yourself?
They're taking my side, son.
This is great.
Dear
They
Ghost is
take
taking
every
my side.
side
One of
that
my
goes
biggest,
that
one of
goes
my
against
biggest friends.
one
Dear
of your biggest friends.
Ghost.
Well, Johnny Crow tried to go for a cutter yet again, but Jiraiya was able to block this one as a kick doesn't really do anything to Jiraiya, who looks to fire up as he's going for that schoolboy super kick combo. Very nicely done. Into the middle of the ring, going for the cover. Will it be enough? No, a 2 count.
I don't see you know, I don't know anymore, Sonny. You just,
Listen, Ed,
you
I
just
know
don't
the
support me.
trauma. I know
You
the
just
trauma
don't
is big,
support me.
but we will get through this together next week.
You just don't support me.
As we saw Johnny Crow just perform a lawn dart on Jiraiya. Will this be the Crow's moment to shine here
Yes,
on Power
let's go,
Struggle?
Johnny.
Right
Let's
on the
go.
shoulders. Will it be enough? Will it be enough?
GT Crow.
The GT Crow, the GTC. There he goes for the cover. The 2. And a kick out by Jiraiya at 2.5. And you see Crow being visibly upset with the referee. He thought after the GT Crow that it should have been enough. It should have been him with his rand raised in victory. But now it looks like Jiraiya might have a couple of more moments left in him as Crow is starting to fire up yet again as he's going for a schoolboy into a rolling kick for his own. One of his own combos after Jiraiya did the schoolboy super kick combo. So very nice omen to what Jiraiya did to him earlier. And now Jiraiya is able to reverse in the corner into an Irish whip. Corner splash missed, ducked out by Johnny Crow. And now Johnny Crow with the Irish whip on Jiraiya. And Jiraiya now wrestles him out of the corner. What will he do? A kick to the midsection. Starts running.
Oh,
Starts
it's gonna
running.
be
Starts
done.
running. The stomp! The stomp! The stomp by Jiraiya
Kiss by
for the
Nemo,
cover.
kiss by
The kiss
Nemo.
by Nemo. He was kissed and he kicks out. He kicks out. The kiss by Nemo wasn't enough to hold him down for the 3.
Maybe the kiss wasn't powerful enough, you know. Maybe Johnny Crow doesn't care about the emos in their society. Johnny Crow doesn't care about their ways, so he kicked out of that kiss by an emo, just like that. And a super kick
Again, the
Johnny Crow.
schoolboy super kick. And after that kiss of an emo, will it be enough to secure the victory? It will be. Jiraiya defeats Johnny Crow in a hard-fought battle here on Power Struggle.
I'm sorry, Johnny. I know you needed the popcorn. I failed you. I won't do it again. You know, I have a lot of things on my mind. A lot of things. I'm sorry.
Just like a match, try to incinerate the lives of everyone you know. And what's the worst to take from every heart you break? And like the blade you'll stay.
And that main event, you have to be 100% ready because you're being in it. big of a match. We don't do triple threats often, so this is a treat for all of you involved, all of you watching. I hope you had a blessed day. Of course, let us know in the comments if you want something from UCW, or if what you thought of the show. Of course, you could always comment on everything, and I will be reading it because that's what I love to do. But let's go to the entrances of our main event. Alright, here we go, the main event of UCW Power Struggle, episode the 31st of July 2019, last day of the month. Tomorrow it will be August. We're going to go in one of the biggest pay-per-view months of the year here in UCW, of course closing out the month with Midsummer Mayhem on August 31st, exactly 1 month from today, as we see Ed immediately going, and he's still wearing his Glorious Desperado colors. He is still wearing the colors that he and Rainbow Wolf wear every night they go out as a tag team. As we see Barnes Reed now going for a top rope Frankensteiner, and Ed rolls out of the ring. Very smartly done here by Addis Baphomet and Barnes are now both in the ring together. And now a big boot flattens the luchador. Of course, the former luchador who lost his mask in a Basque versus Bunny match against Bill Nemeth, who of course went to the quarterfinals of the King of the Ring tournament. And now a Frankensteiner, very nicely done, Hurricane Rana style by Ed here. And now Ed going against Barnes Reed. Of course, these two have a lot of respect for each other. Of course, if you recall to the Diamond Cup, it was actually Ed who sought the teachings of Barnes Reed for that incredible tornado DDT that he does through the ring ropes. And now a knee drop by Ed on Barnes Reed. And now it's Ed versus Baphomet. Of course, these two know each other as well. As a German with a bridge, first cover of the match and a kick out. Ed won by Baphomet. As we see Barnes Reed just recuperating on the outside. He is ready to come back in, and he is on the apron, back in the ring now. Baphomet and Ed are at the top rope. Well, at least Ed is on the top rope, but it seems like Barnes is going to join him, maybe going for another top rope Frankensteiner. Yes, he does. Again, Ed launched through the ring, and even Baphomet was just standing and looking at that one as he flattens Barnes Reed with another big boot. And now a leg drop right on the throat, and another one right on the throat of Barnes Reed, and that is making breathing very difficult. And Baphomet with the spear on Ed. Will it be enough? Just out of nowhere, and Baphomet picks up the win in the triple threat. Holy shit! Ed was not expecting that spear coming from the big dude Baphomet, and I think we've never seen Baphomet use the spear before. So this is incredible. He added a new move to his moveset, and this move from Baphomet is going on to make things still remains alive. As I think the battle in the kind of Ed is making it difficult for him to focus on this match. I don't understand. Next week he will be with the live just more than a week away from Hardcore Revolution. It's coming around quicker than you think. Of course, the main event will be John Dreamfield defending against Dylan Mason. We will also have Marcus Phoenix versus Stephen Bass for the Hardcore title. But right now, we will see you next week with the final Power Struggle before Hardcore Revolution. My name was Sunny. Also, thank you from Ed. Thank you for watching. We'll see you next week.